And I am back like I never left. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me. So I've been gone for a while. No, that's not true. Just just a normal amount of time. So it feels like I've been gone for a while. Why is that? I can't really say why, but it kind of feels like that. I've got the ball again, of course. So So the last time we spoke, I was talking about how to persevere, what I do, things I do to get by when things are tough. That was the last video. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I've got a whole little series on it. I'm going to upload those videos as I see fit. So is there a rhyme or reason? Uh, but hopefully you enjoyed it if you've seen it and that was helpful. But I'm going to pivot a little bit today and talk about something else that just kind of came into my awareness, that reappeared in my awareness yesterday, a few days ago, a few days ago. So what's that, like 6? Anyway, I kind of want to talk about manifestation or the law of attraction in a certain way, because I learned about the law of attraction many years ago. And it's one of those things that the understanding of it, I think, can take a while. Just depending on where you are, who you are, how life has shown up for you up to a certain point, and how you respond to life. Because there's a lot of, the concept is very simple, but the nuance of it, of being a person and being susceptible to like manipulation or emotional control or programming, makes these things that are simple and extremely powerful and your birthright, but it could muddle it up and make it confusing or difficult, or so many different things. And with all the work that I've been doing, here's the cool thing about doing your work, your little work, your shadow work, however you like to call it, because you start to get to a point where you get to see things more clearly, and you can revisit, this is what I've done, revisit things that I've learned previously, but could never master because I couldn't get out of my own way, just because of my own circumstances. Or, well, yeah, my own circumstances, or beliefs that I held, or things that I thought, or beliefs that were given to me, and just trying to work my way through it, right? It's just there's a lot there. But when I learned about the law of attraction, one of the key things was just like monitor how you feel, and use that as a source of energy to basically beam out powerful signals to the universe of like, hey, this is what I'm wanting to create in my life. And we oftentimes, when we think about creating things in our lives, it's oftentimes material. And of course, we can get material things, and that's part of the experience. Part of the human experience is to create things that you thought in your mind first and make it a reality, something you can taste and hold and feel and hear. And that was kind of redundant because I said feel and hold. Anyway, you get it though. You can get the senses involved with whatever the thing is, and oh, I created it in my mind first, and now I've made it a reality. It's been made manifest. That's kind of like what it means to be a human. That's why we're here, to have different experiences that create polarity, and we get to say, oh, I want this, or okay, I don't want that, but because of that over there, now I know more clearly that I want this thing. And it's all this. It's a really beautiful dance balance of creation. I got to a point where I just felt like I used it to help me get out of my circumstances back in, I don't know, 2008. Back when I was a much younger man, trying to figure out things, right? Looking to figure out what my life is. And I kind of used it to get out of this situation I was in, and kind of move forward. But I got to a certain point where I kind of stopped, because I kept noticing that there was other blockages, and I didn't really know how to get where I wanted to get. And just over the course of my life, I've experienced with things, and things I've talked about on the channel, my old videos, just you know, heartbreak and wanting to be a better person and not know where I'm going, and there's all these things, and it's kind of like, how do you effectively move, right? How do you effectively move? So anyway, I just kind of started watching some stuff that I used to watch, back in the day. I've watched a lot. Books that I've read from Abraham Hicks. Have you ever heard of Jerry and Esther Hicks, their company, and Abraham Hicks and all these things? And I was kind of listening to some stuff again the other day. I'm just like, this is stuff that I love. I really enjoy. But I'm in such a different place. Here's the point. I'm in such a different place vibrationally than when let's just say 2008 me and 2023 me. The where I was and where I am now is so different. I'm in such a better place. And I had a thought, because I haven't focused on wanting to use the law of attraction in a way that will really serve me like I was really fired up about it before. And I couldn't really get the hang of it. But there's certain things that I've always kind of done, and just, that's kept me at a certain place vibrationally, which is good, at a higher place. But like really putting the focus on it and the effort to do it now again. And so I was thinking the other day about kind of just like checking in, like, where am I? What do I want? What's important to me? And one of the things that's been difficult for me for a long time, many years, is that kind of, not the inability to feel excitement or joy, but it doesn't seem to show up for me a lot. And when that's the case, it's kind of hard to, like, well, what do I focus on? If the goal is to follow your feelings and to follow things that feel good to you, and like, okay, this feels good. Oh, I want to do more of that. Or, oh yeah. And it's just like, but if everything feels kind of flat, like, how do you move? Where do you go? Where do you put your attention? If nothing really seems to get that emotional rise out of you that you really want. I believe that comes from just doing the work, for one, and just kind of reassessing, like really being honest with yourself, really being naked and completely open, and say, okay, here's what it is. Just acknowledging these things and kind of moving from there. And I got to a point the other day, I had this realization that, I was just like, I don't know if anybody follows like the lottery and stuff, but I don't really follow it. But just, you just see stuff, right? And I think the lottery had got to like 1.3 billion or something. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's so much cash, right? So much, like, oh, 1.3 billion. Ooh, that's a lot of corn I could buy, So, and I'm just like trying to figure out, how would I feel about that? Like, what if I had that much wealth? And I'm working with my feelings to see how I would feel about it. And it's like, it's cool. Yes, I would want it, but like, it doesn't really, as weird as it may sound, it doesn't really get the old emotional furnace burning up. It doesn't really excite me the way that you would think that it would. And it's just kind of like, okay, so what does excite me? And I'm just thinking these things. And it got to a point where, because I'm just like, I would like to be wealthy, but for what reason? For what purpose? And then I said to myself, it would be really fun to be wealthy, because taking care of people that you love is really fun. And it was just like, and I was doing this during my meditation, and I started smiling. Like, and I smile a lot. I just, kind of walk around the house with a smile. But, sometimes when if you're in meditation, you're just kind of there, and you're just meditating, and then just kind of neutral. And I notice that sometimes I'll think of something funny while I'm in meditation, and I'll laugh. So, but it wasn't like a ha-ha funny type of thing. It was just like, ooh, that feels good. That feels good type of thing. I was just like, wow, that's a thought that I wanted to keep. I wanted to keep at it. I wanted to keep feeling that. And it made me realize that I know that the type of man that I am, and some of the desires that I have, and just like I think about things all the time. Like if I was filthy rich, like how would I do? What would I do? And I always come back with one of the first things I always say is like, okay, my friends and my family, and this is what I would do. So there's this important part. There's this thing for me where it's just like I want to take care of the people that I love, and it's not just like I want to just do it, but like it feels good to want to do it. I think it would be fun. Like I think it would actually be thrilling and fun and exciting to do it, like and to do it different ways. And then I'm just tugging on this thread now, and it's just like wow, that feels really good to me. And I remember just after that moment and after that realization, I was walking around the house and I kind of had this bounce to my step, kind of a renewed vigor a little bit. I just felt good. I was just like, huh, I like that idea. And it made me think about, okay, I want to focus on this every day because however it happens, I don't actually know. If you know about the law of attraction, it's just like it's not something that you force. Go watch some of Abraham Hicks. Just search Abraham Hicks and just kind of listen, and you'll just see it's like the stuff that they teach about and how to utilize law of attraction. But like there's a lot of alignment that goes into it. There's the desire, and then there's the answering of that desire. And then the only thing that the third step is just basically just wait for it to come through. And we as a people, we get too stuck on what we see right now, what's already manifested right now. Imagine this is our circumstances. This is our circumstances and the things that maybe don't feel the best, and maybe we're not liking, we're not enjoying it. But because it's manifest, we're too busy focused on this, and it's keeping us from seeing what's in here that we want that's going to come in. But if you're so focused on this and I don't have the money yet, or I don't have the girlfriend yet, or I don't have the love yet, or I don't have you're too focused on the not having of the thing that you want, you're going to keep getting more of the thing that you have, which is not what you want. So like, being able to ignore reality enough to where it comes, what's real in your mind is more real, and just enjoy that thought until one day, like, it's here now. And it's just like, it might be a thing where you feel like, it's counterproductive because you're not doing enough physically yet. But everything is born first from thought. Everything that has been created was first a thought. And when you really think about that concept, that everything that is created, everything that you look at now was first a thought, and you're like, okay, well, this is how you create. So there's that need to kind of look inside, and you got to be authentic, I believe, in order to get the most powerful responses at first. There's an authenticity. There's because again, it's like asking you, what do you want? Not what do you think you want because your neighbor's got this and you think you want the same thing, but what do you actually want? What actually drives you? What actually motivates you? What actually starts your fire up? What actually gets you going? And it might look different. It probably is gonna look different because there's so many different desires and things that are shooting off, and so much polarity in the world. It's like polarity is not bad. Again, that's that thing that allows us to know, I like this or I don't like that. And it's like, and that's okay. You don't have to like everything, but there's an honesty required for you to go inside and say, okay, what do I actually want from life? And it may not look like what everybody else is doing. That's why, when you get online and you see everybody looking the same way, dressing the same way, talking the same way, or liking the same people, it's just like, again, there's always going to be some similarities, but a lot of times people are literally just copying others, and that's just kind of lame. I mean that with all due respect, but it's lame because you individually are so powerful. We are so powerful individually. And it's just like, if we flex that power to do what we want, then we get to create something so special, but then we also get to be a part of the process of creation, co-creating, because what you have now, somebody else is not going to like, and you get to be that polarity. And saying, they're going to do something different from what you did. And that's cool. And that's how things grow and develop. So it was just one of those things that was on my mind. And it really got me thinking, because just being in such a different place now, and having this thought, and it felt really good. And it's just like, it's not the first time that I've had a thought that feels good, but it it's one of those things that gives me a sense of clarity. Like I'm learning how things feel for me when they feel good. And I know that, again, I know that kind of, it's just like, what, you don't know what you feel like when you feel good? I know it seems kind of funny, but like, I have historically struggled with things that should be exciting and just didn't feel anything. And to be at a point now where, like, okay, I think I'm making headway. I'm understanding what it feels like to be me when I'm excited about something. It's it's a it's eye opening. It's an eye opening and powerful experience, and I'm hoping that if there's other people out there who've had trouble, who've had difficulties with feeling things strongly or feeling their emotions, it's just like, give it enough time. If you're doing the work, if you're being honest, I really highly suggest authenticity. Then, you know, the time will come when you can feel your feelings in a positive way strongly, that will, I think, lead you to your, ultimate goal, or one of your goals. One of the things, it's just, us all about aligning, alignment. Get in vibrational alignment with it, because if we ask and it's immediately given, then all that's holding us back is our alignment vibrationally to that thing. And that's just thinking about it and feeling good about it, and just simply waiting for it to come in. Don't give it a timeline, and just think about it, and don't worry about what you see in your immediate vicinity. Just be positive about the thing that you want, and get excited about the thing that you want, the joy that it gives you, and then just, let the universe surprise you. So I don't know if you, I want to say, but if I hit the lotto and this channel goes bye bye, I mean, if suddenly this channel goes bye bye, just know I might have hit the lotto, and I just disappeared. But I probably wouldn't just disappear. I'd probably let y'all know. But just saying, I'm just saying, there is a possibility. There's always a possibility, but I'm just saying no. But anyway, but that was it. I just wanted to share that with you all. Align. Be in the receiving mode. It's like, it feels so good to sit and just think about what makes you feel good, and then to just revel in what makes you feel good for 15 minutes. It feels really good. And if you can hold that, it's just like, there's so many things that make sense to me now, just having worked through so much of my own stuff. So many things that make sense now and that resonate now, because it's like, I can actually embody the lessons versus just take it on as facts and my information in my brain. Like, I can actually embody it. And it really does change you at a certain level. So I invite you to think about the things that feel good to you, that you want, that would bring you joy, or feel like they would bring you joy. Pay attention to how you feel, not just, oh, it's a big number, it's a large amount of cash or whatever. Just like, yeah, that would be nice, but how does it really make you feel? Focus on the thing that really makes you feel good, and then just revel in that, and do that every day. I'm working on it right now. I'm on like day 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. But yeah, in the next 30, I'm telling y'all, the next 30 days, y'all see me disappear. But I'm not gonna, if I hit the lotto, I'm not gonna tell you, but I might hint at it. And then if I say, all right, well, I'm out of here, just know. No, but seriously though. But seriously though. Think about the things that make you feel good, revel in it, and the circumstances are what they are. The present reality is what they are. That's okay. But we create in the now for our future. So just keep creating in the ever present now. And then one day you'll wake up and what you were thinking about will suddenly be. And you'll be like, oh my gosh. You know? So yeah, just want to share that. Go watch Abraham Hicks if you're curious. Really good stuff, really good information. And that's gonna be that. That's that on that. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving comments and stuff. I really appreciate y'all. Gratitude ad infinitum. I'm Johnny Jupiter. And remember, there is no outro.